In celebration of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, we wanted to tell you about the California State Railroad Museum and Foundation's special musical event honoring Chinese railroad workers. The Purple Silk Music Education Program founder Sherilyn Chu and conductor of orchestra Victor Su joins us virtually, and museum director Ty Smith is here in studio with us today to discuss the musical event All Aboard the Eastbound Train. Welcome, Ty.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're excited to talk about this really special event. The Railroad Museum has fully reopened, and you're having the All Aboard the Eastbound Train musical this Saturday. Could you tell us more about it?
Well, it's just an event that celebrates the tremendous connection of history between the Chinese American experience in California and the building of the Transcontinental Railroad. It's fundamental to our history, and so it's a chance to showcase not just that history, but how that history lives into the present. So it's a living expression of the shared history.
Yeah, I think this is great that we have something like this happening right now. And for this special event, you've partnered with the Purple Silk Music Education Program in Oakland. Why did the Railroad Museum partner with them?
Well, the Railroad Museum is all about education, and of course we know that thousands of kids come on field trips, but it's more than that. Our highest calling is to be a real laboratory of learning. And so while it's a performance that expresses this wonderful shared history, it's also an opportunity for kids from Oakland to come and experience that history, read about the history, and then actually ride history by going on our excursion train.
Yeah, and I also wanted to bring in Sherilyn and Victor into the conversation. You're with the Purple Silk Music Education Foundation. Tell us about the program and its mission.
Well, we are a program in Oakland, California, stationed at Wayne College, and part of our mission is to provide music education for inner city youth, and we're very happy to be part of this celebration, where we're going to be honoring the railroad workers. So we're going to be playing songs that was often heard by the railroad workers from 1863 to 1869.
And Sherilyn and Victor, what does it mean to you to be a part of an event like this honoring Chinese railroad workers?
I honor heard about the history behind it. Like they haven't really been honored about it since 2019. Like a lot of minorities in this country, a lot of them.
And why is it important to you both for students to learn about their Chinese culture, customs, music, and their heritage?
It is very important. It's, in fourth grade they study California history, and this whole concept of the Chinese work just completely is erased from all the textbooks. And so now, after, like you said, in 2019, the Congress finally recognized the contributions that the Chinese had made, and so therefore we did research work to find out what music was often heard by these railroad workers. And so after the research was done, we identified the song, hired someone to arrange it for the orchestra, and the kids are just so excited. This opportunity came about from our grants from NEA, California Arts Council, ACTA, and the Museum Foundation itself. So we're very happy to be there to celebrate, and also, as Asian American,
Yeah.
it's Heritage Month. So we're very proud to be part of this.
Yeah, it's exciting to hear about too. And I wanted to bring Ty back into the conversation. Ty, after the musical performances, a special documentary film titled Coming Home will air. What is the documentary about?
Well, it represents, our history here in Sacramento is world history. And so the joining of the Transcontinental Railroad not only connected the nation at a really pivotal time in its development, but linked the world in ways that had not been before. And that work wouldn't have been done without the Chinese railroad workers, who were 90% of the labor force for building of the Central Pacific Railroad portion of the Transcontinental Railroad. So it represents this connection between China and the United States, but then also representing that work that was done to connect the world.
Yeah, and Ty, there is also a permanent Chinese railroad workers experience exhibit that is on display throughout the museum. Could you tell us about that too?
Yeah, it's a wonderful. It had always been part of the museum since the beginning. We did a revamp of it leading up to the sesquicentennial of the building of the Transcontinental Railroad. But what's unique about the exhibit is it's not just what we at the museum wanted to see. It really was an expression of the community. And we had many people who were descendants of the Chinese railroad workers themselves who contributed and told us what they wanted to see expressed in that museum. So in so many ways, the exhibit is not just what a museum would put in, but a real expression of community.
Yeah, I think this is so necessary and needed. Ty, thank you so much for joining us this morning. And our guests who joined us virtually as well. For tickets, show times, and information, visit californiarailroad.museum.